Are we ready? Okay, we're starting.
All right, recording. Welcome to UAT Game Studios Milestone Review. We have 8 projects presenting today. We're going to go ahead and get started with Jacqueline.
So for those of you out there on the internet that don't know me, I am Jacqueline Hyman. I'm the lead on Boss Simulator. So first, welcome. It's great to have you. Second, how much wood could Woodchuck chuck? Come on, guys, wake up. A woodchuck could chuck as much wood as woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. All right, guys, I'm disappointed.
As long as possible.
All right, where'd mess up go? Ta-da! All right. So, woo, it works. I was worried. All right. So, Boss Simulator is a first-person simulation management game. We're trying to bring management more towards the player, so they can relate more to their pieces, the characters and stuff. So, oh my gosh, this is so weird. Okay, here we go. So this build, we really focused on getting our dialogue system in, so you can talk to the characters and have conversations with them, which is really important. And then this is okay. I can't see. Sorry. I like being guinea pig. It's fine. So we added.
It's easier to see it in the OBS window.
Yes, but I'm now in the game. Let's see.
There.
Now I'm okay. Am I back? Okay, cool. Right. So one of the things that we added was being able to buy other things other besides desks. So you could buy a desk. We'll do that now. And we can place it. Cool things. We added a new radial menu. So you can decide what you want to do with the desk. So I'll go ahead and hire someone. This is Lauren. She's working. We'll talk to her in a minute. You can also buy computers. Dumpster computer. Just go pop this guy down to her desk. And you can also say hi to Lauren. All right. Let my team take it away with their contribution.
Hi, I'm just Presenter. I was an artist on the team. The main thing I did this sprint was work on the radial menu and the many, many revisions that it had with it.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Jensen, and I'm an artist for Boss Simulator. Main thing I worked on this sprint was rigging and making props.
Hello, my name is Marmaro. I'm a designer for Boss Simulator. This sprint, overall, I worked mostly on editing existing dialogue and also writing new dialogue for our characters to interact with. And I also worked on some items and some item descriptions.
Hello, I'm Edgar Hernandez, programmer, and I've been working on options and colliders.
Hey, I'm William McClay. I'm a programmer. I programmed the radio UI, and I also helped Jacqueline with debugging the dialogue system, which, props to her, that was no joke.
Yeah, so this sprint I largely spent a lot of time on the dialogue system. I think it's the first big thing I built entirely from scratch with the help of Chris. Thank you, Chris. I ran into a lot of trouble with that, and Tucker had gotten it started previously, so I want to thank Tucker as well. And that is pretty much it. So come check us out when we do our play test. We will have plenty of builds for you guys to play, so you can come and explore the new and improved Boss Simulator. Thank you.
Well, hello everyone. Good morning, good night. Some of us just woke up, some of us has been up since 6 a.m. But good morning to all. Welcome to Project Tech Now. Hello. That's me again. Let's show you what we have so far. Coming up on this front. You've done amazing work. Thank you. A little more. Sorry, I can't see a little bit. Going into this front, we've revamped the entire instructions menu for that of gameplay of keyboard and that of gameplay of controller, because that was a little bit confusing. Of course, you still have online, but I want to show more of the loading aspect and the menu that we now have. Sooner or later, when we get everything updated with the art assets, you'll be able to change characters and choose cars. But this is the main thing we want to focus on, is making sure that we have an adaptable menu layout inserted into our game for future gameplay. Props to Natalie for making this loading art. I love it a lot. But focusing more on that, we're focusing more on the front end and making this a little bit smoother to capture gameplay input. Other than that, I'll turn it over to my team.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, designer for Project Techno. I work with our programmers and our programmers and our artists, to make the final version of the character and vehicle select screen. They had to go through, as well as the revamped version of our instruction screen as well. I had to go through a few iterations of it, as well. I'm also working on a few more stuff for the character vehicle select screen, mostly icons and probably a custom font sometime in the near future. But as for right now, that is the final version of the character vehicle select screen and probably the instruction menu that we have for right now in our build. Thank you.
Greetings, I'm John. I'm the 3D programmer. I'm the 3D artist here on Techno. What I have worked on for the past sprint are the models and design for the up and coming second level. Hope you all see it soon.
Hello, I'm Tyler Hinson. I'm one of the designers, and I am currently working on the next map that we'll be soon to have.
My name is Keith. I'm a programmer for Project Techno, and this sprint I've kind of worked on polishing the cart controller and getting it to move a little more professional.
Good day. My name is Hakeem Adi. I'm the game designer and programmer for Project Techno. I'm also worked on the implementation of both all the art assets, creating the animations for the character select screen, and just working side by side with the pause menu again.
Oh, alright. But we're going to be showcasing our game later on today for playtesting, but of course if you can't be here, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kyle Davis. I am the lead for Guardians Legacy. We're an RPG experience that focuses on doing a lot of new and interesting things, mainly our skill system. Speaking of which, we've gotten a lot more polish into this build for what we have this time around, and we've been focusing on finishing up to get all of our content ready. So we have the start of quests, so we can actually take a quest, then actually go start doing that, along with actually going through building a skill from scratch and index everything that we need. So if I take a base skill here and I set this up, I can then also use this with our new puzzle system that we also have set up within the game to allow us to be able to go through and actually use a skill. So as you see in the bottom corner, I have a white box that has nothing in it. If I rotate over, now we can select the skill, and I can't select any of the other skills. Previously we had just all of the skills indexed for you to be able to use. We're starting to gear towards what our actual mechanics are, where you actually need to have certain stuff through your skill system within your inventory to be able to use. Along with that, we've been working on getting our full puzzles set up mechanically for what we want. But along with that, I'm going to let the team talk about what they've done this time around.
Connor Bish, designer. I mainly worked on the starting village area, which is kind of supposed to act as a main tutorial area where you test all the basic mechanics of the game.
Meadowcroft, I'm a designer. I spent this milestone cleaning up the tutorial forest, adding some puzzles to it, and started a small addition to it.
I'm Rainer Pomisel, I'm a programmer. This sprint I worked on the node system, finishing that up and getting all of that very complex system attached to the rest of the game.
Zachary Lloyd, programmer. This sprint I primarily worked on the shop and getting it to display everything properly and have functionality towards it.
Alright, thank you very much. We'll have more to show for the next time. Come to our playtesting where we have a lot more actual content going through the game and our overworld. Thank you very much.
Hello everybody, my name is Brian Block. I'm the lead designer on Starwave. This is Addison, our team lead. Where's the browser? No, oh yeah. And okay, here we are. It's not letting me. There we go. So, this is our programmer's work. He went in and worked a bunch on our jumping mechanics. He fixed up a bunch of other... Is it not playing? Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. He went in and fixed a bunch of issues with our jumping mechanics, our swinging mechanics. He made the ability to wall jump. He did all sorts of things that he really wanted us to show off. We unfortunately didn't get it in the build this time. So we asked him to make a video of it. Norman, would you like to speak about it?
So my name is Norman. I'm the only programmer for Starwave. For this process, I originally wanted to do a wall one, but I was like, if it's nothing working, it's like, just focus on wall jumping, and during the process, and I know Chris seen it. It was stressful, but in the end, I finally managed to get it working. Had that shuttle for the build, and another thing I'm trying to be working on for the final build is just have that thing polished, have everything polished, and of course have my code polished as well.
Yeah, I know too. And then one of our designers, Katie, did another work we couldn't quite get into this build. Is that paste?
Yes.
Okay. It's hard to see from this angle. this is Mushroom Village. Katie, would you like to talk more about your experience with the Mushroom Village?
Hello, my name is Katie Morse, and I am the game designer and scrum master for Starwave. For this level, I had to sadly rebuild the beginning part of this level because I got lost in our last build. But also, I added to it by adding also another second pathway, and I retexturized the coins to make them purple, and I added Tucker's little squid thing.
And yeah, that's her work. This is the cursor. And then this is our build. Hold on, let me bring this up.
So from here we actually have our new branded logo, Starwave. We actually changed and overall the original design from going from completely yellow to going from blue, just so it is not such an eyesore. And then here we actually have our hub, and we have a lot of things going on with this, and we added new textures, and we have holograms now, so it's looking pretty sharp. We actually redid the outside just so it's not such an eyesore as well, and we made some blues rather than purples to just not give the user such a headache from looking in the windows.
And then here, Roman and I have been working on Chiku Village. What we did was he added some more platforms. Roman, would you like to talk about the platforms you added?
Hello, my name is Roman. I did a lot of the work here for Chiku Village. I added some art assets that wasn't currently in our last build that some of our artists have done. And I also added more platforms to give it a kind of platformish feel. I also, made the treehouse that we have here and just had some overall fun with this entire level, to be honest with you. It was a great experience. I got to dabble in my architectural side of things. And that's one thing that we've been trying to dabble with and fix was sometimes when you look the wrong way, you go backwards on our zip line, which has been kind of weird.
Yeah.
So we're trying to fix that. Yeah, also we're working on getting the enemies not to overspawn and break our game. We don't want to do that. So yeah, I think it. And he died! And he respawned.
Another thing we did was we fixed the endless spawning of enemies, so that was a fun time. Thanks to Chris for that. Thanks, Chris Kuhn. And then we also have one more level. We now made it so you can return to the hub, and we also made it so you can quit to menu as well. That's a new thing we added. Tucker, would you like to speak about the ants you made when I get closer to them? Oh yeah, here we are.
So I've been working on a couple of the enemies here lately. This is one of them, those little ant guys for Time City. Currently working on the animation, which isn't in here yet. It's not
No,
finished,
it's not yet.
but
Not yet.
I'm pretty happy with the way they came out and whatnot. And also been working on the texturing for other monsters, but yeah, this one really makes me happy.
Alright, that's it for this build. So yeah.
Thank you all.
Hello everyone, I'm Christian VC and this is Medicine Our Hearts, or as this one person outside of studio called it, that team with people with really great hair and one guy with blue hair. Don't know how I should take that. Anyway, my ego aside. Hold on a second, it thinks I'm malware. Off to a great start. Hold up there. There you go. Am I on that screen? Alright, let's go. Alright, so this build we spent a lot of time actually. Hold on a sec, I need to be able to see over here. Sorry about that. With the new setup, you can't see what's actually going on. Alright, so we spent a lot of work fixing up stuff from previous weeks, as well as just working on optimizing our code because there were a few things that were a little jank. One thing overall is that we now have our own star map as well as a new hound model and a bunch of other stuff, but we will get to those things as people who worked on them talk about them. To you, Desiree.
Hi, I'm Desiree Macias. I am an artist on the team, and I primarily worked on, for the sprint, making interior assets for the houses as well as unwrapping them. And then continuing on, I'm probably going to be doing a lot more of that and probably get started on texturing if I can.
I'm an artist on Milestone. This milestone, I primarily worked on a lot of prop work. The first week I spent quite a bit of time fixing the front hound, so that he's a little more terrifying because now he has quite a bit of muscle to him. So I had a lot of fun working in ZBrush with him, but I was going to put him aside just for a little bit so I could help work on more prop work and we'll put some textures in.
Hey, I'm P. Griffin. I'm a lead designer for Camille, and this past week I've worked on getting the camera shake to work and making it not so nauseating to look at. And I've also been working on the movement system, playing around with different speeds, and playing around with how we're going to do sprinting and crouching, and playing and just making sure that all the systems are working. So I'm doing more of the numbers and making sure that everything feels and looks better, rather than actually creating the system.
A bunch of other things because a few members of our team couldn't make it. Things like material layers on the main level so we can have a full range of materials, just a lot of quality of life and polished stuff that will really look good moving forward here. And one of the most requested features from the last milestone, adding the moon. You would be surprised how many people wrote down add moon. Anyway, that's what we're working on. We're going to be working hard on the final sprint. If you all want to play it, feel free. Thank you.
Somebody wave their hand in front of that camera for me just to double check, because there's nobody standing there, so I don't know if that camera is. Okay, we're good to go. All right, Julie, all yours.
Thank you, thank you. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
What the? Oh, well.
The other one just died.
Rip. Almost.
Well, so as Derek said, that means both Siphoners and Madness in Our Hearts are now canceled.
Ah, rip. Well, sit down, guys.
There you go. Somebody wave their hand in front of that camera just to double check that that one's still live. Okay, we're good.
gonna have to wait a minute. Ah, this is weird. All right, well, okay.
You can look at the OBS preview. You'll be able to follow your mouse.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. Okay. So, besides all that stuff, I can finally start now. Hello, everybody. This sprint, we managed to add in our new character. Unfortunately, I can't show you the face, but last time I did, he's the Plague Doctor guy from before. We also managed to add in combat, too. So now you can press K to attack. That is geared towards a straight sword weapon that we have right now, but we didn't put it in the player's hand right now because we're working on the inventory system in the background, and that will add to it. But as of now, what we have is, let me go find, what the heck? Let me go find a zombie here just to show you. The zombies can also attack and kill you, but I know that I'm bad at my game, so I disabled their damage. Where's that guy? Let me go. Where's the werewolf, dude? Where is he? Where? Oh, okay. There it is. Still a little wanky, but we added some sound in for him for the for the roar that he does, but that's in. We also added in some assets for the second part of the level, from Harrison's side and also from Will's side for this part over here. That's why we have all these walls. Let me sure. Skip like 20 minutes ahead to when I get there. Actually, while I'm walking there, I'm going to hand it off to my team to start talking off to what they did.
Hello, I'm William, Design Lead and Scrum Master for Siphoners. I've been putting in a lot of work this sprint trying to make sure that everybody's work doesn't go to waste because we've run into quite a few different issues. Luckily, the problems are solved with elbow grease, so that's
elbow
good.
Grease. That's one way to say it.
Hello, I'm Harrison Stieber, a designer for Siphoners. What I worked on this sprint was adding mushrooms and enemies to level 1.2. And
So
what I'll work on next
what's on the
sprint-
screen right now, essentially, is
Yes.
his side of the level.
And what I will work on next sprint is finishing up adding enemies and hopefully getting some light source in there.
Hi, I'm Diamond Crawford. I'm a programmer for Siphoners. Lately I've been working on the damage and combat system, and now I'm working on the dialogue, so we could have NPCs give a little bit more direction to the game.
Hello, I'm Jacob Briggs, a programmer on Siphoners. At this last sprint, I was working on finishing up the combat system, so it has animations, you can kill the zombies can kill you, and I also worked with Ben to fix up the enemies a little bit, and that's about it.
Hi, I'm Benjamin. I'm a programmer for Siphoners. I've been working on getting enemies really well prepared and well maintained, and making sure they actually do their correct behaviors instead of just wandering around not doing much.
I'm Kenny, an artist on Siphoners, and this milestone I particularly tried to get in the building pieces with the art actually attached to them.
Hi there, I'm John, and I'm an artist on Siphoners. This week I worked on getting the main character rigged to be implemented into the build, as well as I worked on some other smaller assets.
Thank you, team. Next milestone, we're going to be working on stealth and fleshing out the items and combat more. But thank you for watching. This thing is tripping me out. Oh my god. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna steal that. Drag those to my views.
So hello, I am Darren Palermo. I am the lead of Escape Room AR. So currently we've been working on our rogue puzzle for this build. And I'm gonna try and get untangled with some wires over here. Alrighty. So, Alright, so we got a bunch of new targets for gargoyles. Our newest mechanic is we have a slingshot, so I can take this, aim it, and actually shoot out projectiles with it. And then we have a series of gargoyles. When I'm too close up, they just kind of look normal. So if I back up to, whoops, way over here, you can see their eyes start to glow red. This shows that I'm in range to try and hit them. Let's see. That actually has not happened before. So I'm going to quickly refresh that. I'm going to push him back so I don't have to stand too far back. So I can launch a projectile at him, and as you can see, his eyes, when I'm far away, glow green to show that I've hit him in the correct order. So there is actually an order to how you're supposed to hit him, and we have this book here that has hints in it that you could read that tell you how to figure out the order. So if I take one that's not the right gargoyle, and I shoot him, and I guess it's doing that again. It might be an issue of standing inside the gargoyle when I have the slingshot. Oh, now Visor wants to show me an ad. I don't know why it does this. What is the actual thing? Oh wait, I could just like do that, can't I? Yeah. Goodbye, hacked. Alright. So again, we have the first one in order. If I hit it, or if it moves out of the way. Alright, cool. And then if I hit one that's in the wrong order, I have to get better at my own game. I can see that now they're both reset to have red eyes, so you have to hit them all in the correct order to make all of their eyes change. So I'm going to hand it off to my team now and let them talk about it.
Hi, my name is Jose Espinosa. I'm a game programmer. I worked on one of the mechanics of the puzzle order. So whenever you have to hit them in order to get on the next part of the puzzle.
Hi, I'm Ross Hall. I'm a programmer for Escape Room AR. So I basically built a framework for plugging in just assets that can be hit, and also the order with Jose. Sorry. We had a member, Barrett. He got the concept for the slingshot working. I basically rewrote the entire script so it's more readable and just understandable. And then I set up the slingshot to actually sling when the ball shoots. That's pretty much it. Also, I worked on how far you have to be away from the gargoyles and the gargoyles activating when they're hit. But yeah.
Hello, my name is Clown Lee, lead designer. What I worked on this milestone was the inspect of the items from the AR camera. So we were having trouble with being too close to certain target images and not be able to look at the certain part of the asset that's spawning. So keeping that in mind, we send the items a bit farther away from the camera, allow us to scan the whole target image and show the whole thing, and allow us to interact with the part we want to interact with. And also working on the symbols with Raul and updating our scenes document.
I'm Raul Montes. I'm a designer in Escape Room AR. I worked on the symbols around the target image to kind of not make it spawn the incorrect things, and test out the functionality of it.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Boggs, lead artist. This sprint I worked on the slingshot with a lot of help from everybody, especially Professor Lynn, so thank you. And also the GUI icons for the slingshot, as well as there's a key that the final gargoyle will give you when you beat them, as well as the book, which gives you a clue for their order on the desk.
Hello, I'm Ruth Lewis. I'm an artist on the team, and I worked on modeling all of the horns, texturing them, making sure they have a good normal map and ZBrush, and also making the large gargoyle as well.
Great. So, that is our game. Thanks for checking it out.
All right, thank you for joining us today for Milestone Review. On the 13th of December, we've got a green light celebration event. We invite you all back for the live stream for that. All right, thank you and goodbye.